Greetings everyone, I'm the Geek Master. Welcome to my new Nintendo 64 collection video. Before I get into the pickups for the 64, I'm just going to provide a bit of backup because it's been a while since I've done a video, in case anyone new sees the video, in which case thank you for watching. And if you do subscribe, thank you for subscribing. My favourite console of all time is the Nintendo 64. I currently have 3 of them. I have a European one, I have a Japanese one, and I have a North American one. I wanted to go for the authentic experience rather than like emulators, ROMs, and all that. Even like the emulator cartridges that go in the console. They're all the basic black, grey one, which is cool, but can make it a bit awkward, at least at first sight, to figure out which one's which. I'm going for the full European PAL set cartridge only because it's a lot cheaper and it's a lot better space-wise. A lot better, honestly. But I am buying Japanese games. I am buying American games. They're quite hard to find. At least a decent price sale. And when I am getting the Japanese and American, I'm generally trying to go for exclusives. And you may see there's a short, I think it's on the video at some point, where I actually showed my Madden 2001 for the American 64, which is where they got colour variants we never got. They got plenty in America. They got red, they got green, they got blue. Potentially some others. There's quite a few games though. Anyway, so I'm going to, for the purpose of this video, rewind back a couple of months to about a week or so into July. At that point, I had 173 games towards my European cartridge set. There are 239 in the library, so I needed 66. I went to Lakeside Shopping Centre, which just outside the M25. It's about getting on for an hour by train from me, not that difficult to get to. And this was part of just a gaming day out, but I happened to know they had some 64 games in, including a couple I needed, so I went there as a partly for them, but partly because I just hadn't been for a while. I know that GurnaldinhoPlays and Big Game went to Lakeside not too long ago and shared clips, so if you want to see what the store looks like, go watch their videos on them. I'm going to put their channels down below. I'm not going to do the videos because that way you can see their other pickups videos, which are a lot of CXs generally in the sort of east, southeast of the country. So you'll be able to watch them all, really. Also one for Southend, which is my local CX. So I highly recommend checking them out. And talking of GurnaldinhoPlays, he's doing a series towards getting every Xbox 360 game. It was Final 300, then Final 250, and now Final 200. And I'm taking inspiration from his series. And yes, I did talk to him about it before anyone else. I'm doing a Final 64 for the 64 because it seems so fitting. And that's why I'm showing these 2 games I bought, which took me down from needing 66 to needing 64. I have bought one more since, which puts down 63. But then that kind of decides to put getting this ready for the Final 64, as I will use that one to start that series, if that makes sense. That'll be up later this week, next week. I'm off next week, so I'll probably upload more and potentially even add to the 64 collection with any luck. It's not just the fact I'm off, I get paid in a couple of days, so that's either a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you look at it. So, yeah, but there's some background and a bit of local knowledge, I guess you could call it. Anyway, that's beside the point. We got the 264 games. I'm going to show them. So let's get into them. They had 2, as I said. One I knew they'd had for a while. The other one, I think I found out either on the day or the day before when I was doing research before I went. And by that point, I hadn't spent as much as I thought I was going to. So I thought, you know what, let's buy both. I think they had one more, but I think that was a bit more, so I left it. Especially because one of these 2, the first one I'm going to show, I haven't seen before. The other 2 I've seen before. So the first one, I think this was £15, is Wayne Gretzky's Hockey 98. What I didn't realise until a little while ago is there's actually two of these games on the 64. There's the first one, which is just Wayne Gretzky's 3D Hockey, and this one, which is Wayne Gretzky's Hockey 98. I've got the first one. I've had that for a while. I don't think that's that uncommon or hard to find or expensive or anything like that. This one I hadn't seen before, so I had to buy it. Yeah, I mean, the only problem with it is that, but I'm not so bothered with the backs like that. It's more of the front is. I think the exception to my collection is Toy Story, I think. There's a little rip in the middle there, but again, I hadn't really seen it around. It's not the biggest rip, and I can always buy another one. But generally, I want it to be clean, but it's the back I'm not so bothered about. Otherwise, it was all good. £15. Happy to add that. Haven't played it. Haven't played the first one either, which I probably should do because I do like ice hockey games. And I kind of referenced that in my last pickup video that went up the other day. So, yeah. Probably should play them. Also haven't played Olympic hockey, which is another ice hockey game as for. Or any of the NHL ones for that matter. Or have I? I might have played one of them a while back, but I can't remember. Anyway, that's beside the point. So, yeah. The second game, I also haven't played. But I said it's a game which I've seen around a few times. It's supposed to be more familiar to people who played 64 and know about 64. Definitely a very recognisable character. If not, you've probably been living in a cave somewhere for the last 100 years. Mickey Speedway USA. So, I've heard good things about this. It seems to be very similar to Diddy Kong Racing. Not only is it sort of like that sort of kart race like Mario Kart, but you may notice it's made by Rare, who did Diddy Kong Racing. Again, haven't played it yet, but I said I've heard good things about it. So I really should give it a go at some point, shouldn't I? Really. I will. I'll get around to giving it a go. Get around to giving the other one a go. Get around to giving pretty much every 64 game I haven't played a go, which is probably most of them. Yeah. I mean, this one is from 2000, so it's quite late into the 64 lifetime. To be honest, it wasn't the longest lifetime, really. I think the fact that there's only 239 games in about, what, 5-6 years? Kind of shows that. It's what, 40 games in a year? And when you consider there's a lot of generic sports ones, yeah. In fact, I know for a fact there is, because I'm working on a little Nintendo 64 project. Like sort of mini personal database. And from what I can tell, there's 239 games. I think over 100 of them are either racing or sports. So, yeah. But there you go. But I have heard good things about this, so we'll give it a go at some point, and we will pretend to be Mickey Mouse. Or maybe I'll copy what I did on Diddy Kong Racing, where I'm the Pipsy, the girl mouse, and I'll be Minnie Mouse, assuming she's on here, which she probably is. Although this does presumably give me the option to be a duck, which is kind of tempting. So yeah. But I added those two games, like I said, getting towards the middle of May. And that knocked me down from 170, well, depends if you look at it. It put me from 173 to 175, knocked me down from the N66 to the N64, hence the start of the final 64 collection, which will be in the next 64 video. There's one if I upload it sooner, potentially more if I upload it next week after I've been out. It depends. I don't know when it'll be. Depends when I feel like it. But it won't be too long. And this time I will actually be uploading. So, yeah. But there you go. Some background on me with the Nintendo 64. And the games I bought, which put me in a position to do a final 64 video. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. And keep an eye out for more Nintendo 64 collection videos if you're a fan of Nintendo 64, I guess, because they are coming. Hopefully just not too irregularly, because then it'll probably get boring. But there you go. I did do a... Did I? I'm getting confused now. No, I did a GameCube collection. I will do a Nintendo 64 collection video at some point before too long as well. Probably do it when I'm off next week. I've been wanting to do it for a while. So keep an eye out for that, and I don't really know where my collection is. Actually, to be fair, it'll probably be split up because of the fact I've got so many, and then the Japanese and all that. It's coming. That's the point. It's coming. Anyway, I've been blabbering on enough. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.